Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Phil Games, and welcome back to Glitch Month, where I basically make a Glitchtale related video every week this month. We are on the third week. We are getting very close to Glitchtale's 5th anniversary. And today we are doing a tier list of Glitchtale characters. So, as you can see, there are a lot. For some reason, this tier list has a bunch of duplicates. This person couldn't have even been bothered to double check their own tier list, but this was the best one that I could find that had, like, even some more minor characters, and I thought it would be fun to include them. So, we have a lot to get through, so let's get started. I guess I will just go right from the beginning here, and we'll see what happens. Alphys is a difficult one. Again, just like the last one, these are probably going to end up being moved around a lot from where I put them at first. Well, in Undertale, she is probably my least favorite of the main cast. Not that I don't like her. She's fine. And then she kind of dies in the same episode that she first shows up in Glitchtale. So we'll stick her in C, pretty average for now. She does play a big part in Undyne's character, but I don't know if I would apply that to her character herself. Yeah, okay. Let's just keep it there and move on. Amber, look at her. That's a unfortunate picture of her to have. Okay, this is hard, because, like, I feel like we know enough about her for me not to put her here. She seems sweet and nice, and has a tragic, I almost said tragic backstory, but it's not a backstory. There is no more story after what happens. Yeah. Again, these will probably be moved around, but B for now. Alright, now we get some main people. Asgore. Yeah, I'd say Asgore's a solid A tier. He, especially after Hate, he's pretty awesome in Hate. And also earlier, he is the source of my favorite joke in the whole series.
No.
So that's a plus. And also I am excited to learn more about him in the prequels, so that will be fun. Asriel's gotta be S tier. I mean, he's a good boy. But he has some very cool moments, especially like when he talks to everything he does in love is very awesome, and then he gets corrupted by the hate, and it's so cool how Cammy like takes things from original Undertale and makes it so that like he has very good reasons to hate Asgore, Toriel, Frisk, Kara, Frisk even from Undertale. Even though they don't really bring that up, but that's kind of obvious at that point. I'm very glad he's back, and I'm interested to see what he's going to end up doing next. And now we have Betty herself. You know, the way I see it, the two ways to make a villain really good is to, one, make them actually have an interesting character and motivation and backstory and all that, or two, you just make them super freaking scary. And yeah, I think that second part makes Betty an S tier villain. She is just look at this. Look at this face. It's kind of hard to compare the villains to the heroes and everything in a tier list like this, but I'm saying she is an S tier villain. Obviously, we're not supposed to like her / it as a character, but as a villain, very, very good. And now we have Kara. Oh boy, I might have to start moving some of these people down in order to be able to spread S tier out a little bit more, because it might end up being pretty loaded. Kara is just great. It's so cool that Kara gets to be the focus of like the main character of Glitchtale now, and now obviously having absorbed all that hate, like who else could have done that? We don't know because Glitchtale never really establishes how Kara is able to control it, but sure. Oh well, that's a point of discussion for another day. Still, it's very cool, and I like that Kara gets to be in the spotlight. And as a protagonist, no less. That's not in an alternate universe like Underswap or something. It's cool. Very cool. Flowey. Flowey... It's always cool when Flowey shows up in Glitchtale, but he's almost not really his own character, but because of the way that he's used to add to Azriel's character development, I think I'll put him in A tier. Yeah, that seems about right. And Frisk, I think Kara is cooler than Frisk, but I love Frisk's character arc. It's so cool going from like this, from just literally someone who was a player of Undertale and got bored with being the nice person, and just was like, I can reset it and do it all over again, so I might as well see everything there is to see, and then seeing where that would go for someone who has that power, who actually lives in this world. It's very clever, and obviously Frisk's end in My Promise is so good. It's just so good. Yeah, Frisk is also S tier. There's gonna be a lot of those. Well, maybe not. We have a lot of, like, minor characters to go through that we'll see where they... We'll see. We'll just see. I don't know. Then we have our boy Gaster. Yeah, Gaster's also S tier. He was, maybe still is, probably one of, if my favorite Glitchtale character. At this point, it really all depends where his character goes in the next episode, because his it's kind of weird. His character arc felt like it was progressing very nicely from episode to episode to episode, just in ways that make sense, up until, like, nothing against how Gaster is in Hate and Animosity, it makes sense, but it feels like he doesn't really change throughout those episodes, and he ends Animosity unconscious, so we'll just have to see where his character goes from there, I think, for me to be back on the idea of Gaster's the best character, but he's still S tier, obviously. He's great. Hate is an interesting villain. Definitely fits the scariness thing, but I guess maybe there's a little bit more of it to that. A little bit more to that than just being scary to make a good villain. Because I was going to say it doesn't have enough build-up, but it does. But maybe not enough build-up in the sense of, like, now it's just they've beat the one the main characters have beat the one that they really hate and wanted revenge on, and now this thing is kind of just a roadblock that they need to get rid of in order to save the world. But man, its design is amazing. Like, I love how at the end of Animosity, basically every time we see it, it has a completely different design. So freaky. So I'll put it... Let's call it B? B tier for now? Yeah, it's hardly even a character. I don't really know why it's here, but oh well. Jessica is definitely S or A. She definitely would be S. The only problem with that, or the only reason she might not be an S, is because her switching sides between Dust and Animosity is kind of sudden. I mean, it makes sense, but it happens off screen, so it does feel like it makes sense, but I think she's still S tier. Yeah. Yeah, she's still S tier. Look at there's so many. Which is good, you know the series is good if there's this many S tier characters. Aha, it's a prequel character, Kanashi. Funny how he's the first prequel character, I mean, besides Amber. That's feels kind of random, but I think I mean, his design's cool, but I think I'm just gonna have to put him there, because the prequel characters are basically kind of why I made this, this tier here, because we just don't know. We don't know what he's like, besides that short that came out, but I feel like that was mostly focused on the villain, who is also here, and who will also end up in this tier, but, anyway, yeah. Yeah, don't have too much to say about him. Metaton. Shall I put you in B tier? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he gets the cool fights in Game Over Part 2, and they are really cool fights, but he just hasn't got to do a whole lot other than that. But he's good. He's still Metaton. Yeah, B tier. Papyrus. I mean, yeah. What is there to say? He's Papyrus. He's awesome. The only thing I might say against him is that at times he doesn't feel like Papyrus is like, is this how Undertale Papyrus would act in this situation? But it's kind of hard to tell just because he never has to go through something like this in the original Undertale. So it's definitely plausible. So yeah, I think he's still S tier. Ronin. Look at how many characters there are here. I might have to end up splitting S tier up. Originally there was actually an S and an S plus tier, but I thought that was a little too much. I might regret getting rid of that, but if I have to, I might just move everyone else down if not enough people end up in D and F. Yeah, Ronin's awesome. Definitely my favorite original human character in Glitchtale, so I don't know what else to say. Yeah, he's a cool dude, and he's got cool powers, and he helps Undyne, which is it's neat. I like him. Hold up, I'm just realized where are the children? Like, you have small Kanashi for some reason, and what is this, his cousin or whatever? Like, but you don't have Hugo and Zachary and Cam and Lily and Robin and Abigail? Come on, what's up with that? I might have to mention them at some point, like at the end or something, just because I feel like they should be here. Sans, I mean, he's Sans, come on. Which is basically the same thing that I said about Papyrus. I like, well, but he doesn't get to do much, which is okay, because Sans usually gets to do most of a lot of things in other series. Yeah, well, he's still cool, though. Undyne. I think they didn't do separate ones for Undyne the Undying. No, it's just Undyne. I saw a few that separated Undyne and Undyne the Undying for some reason. I don't know why. Undyne... Come on. Stop this, Cammy. You're too good at characters. Undyne's just awesome. Well, yeah. I was gonna say she's another one of the characters that I'm like, would she act this way? But I think it's excusable in this scenario. Look at all these S tiers. I mean, yeah, I might end up having to split that up. Agate. We don't know that much about how she actually was, but I mean, like, to murder your siblings just because you disagreed with them about what to do with monsters, that's kind of ridiculous. We'll put Agate in D tier. Alina. Look at her in this picture. She's sad. I think putting her by Amber makes sense. Like, they both have tragic ends. That was the word I was looking for earlier. They both seem nice, but they haven't had much screen time. Yeah, we'll put her there for now. I don't know why you're even on this tier list. We know literally nothing about you. Moving on. Copper, he seems cool, but we know basically nothing about him. So would that put him in C tier for now? Yeah, sure. Grace, you all know where Grace is going, right where she belongs. No explanation needed. Grilby, I mean, he's cool, but he doesn't say anything. C tier. Oh hey, Hugo is here. How did I completely not see him earlier? Probably because he was one of the few that didn't have duplicates. That didn't have duplicate ones. I mean, look at all these. We have all of these down here. Okay, anyway. Hugo's great. He's a nice boy. He's Ronin's son, which gives him a plus. Yeah, he has a cool energy slingshot. Excited to see him fight more, maybe in season 4. I think I'm assuming. Again, I said this before, but I heard somewhere, I don't remember where, so I don't know if it's true, that Cammy's plan for the next season that takes place in the present day is going to have something to do with the 7 kids that have the different traits that have been introduced. But yeah, we'll see. I like him for now. I like Hugo. He's cool. I guess I'll mention the others because they are definitely not here. I would probably put them all in B tier, to be honest. Maybe Cam would go in A tier, just because we know a little bit more about him. Yeah, it's too bad that they aren't on here, though. You go here. I still don't understand why you're on this list. Now the other wizards. Cody. We had a thing about him. I think B tier. He's probably going to be way cooler in the prequels once they actually come out, but yeah, what we've seen of him, he's pretty neat so far. This thing, again, we know nothing. So, in there. It's creepy, but we just don't know anything about it except that it has weird death powers and that its name is Mizma. And Cody's teacher person, like, why do you have all of these from Kanashi? This must have been like right after the Kanashi short came out that this person made this, because they don't have Cody's teacher person, Stell, I think her name is, but she would probably go down here anyway. Mila, I think it's pronounced Mila. I probably pronounced it wrong in my timeline video. She seems cool, but I think she'll have to go down here. Yeah, I think she might be the one that we've seen the least. No, Rin is the one that we've seen the least of. I'll put her here too, just because that is where she's gonna go anyway. So yeah, Muffet. She doesn't get to do a whole lot, but I do really like her entrance at the part that is showing in this picture, actually, in Game Over Part 2. I think she is B tier. Yep, seems right to me. Noah, I think will also be in B tier. He seems cool from what we've seen. Nah, or is he? Is he A tier? Because we saw, first of all, the scene, the flashback scene with Rave with him, and then he talked to Rave when Rave was about to die and stuff. So I think that's enough about him. We've seen enough of him for me to say that I like him enough to put him in A tier. Yeah, I'll put him there. Rave. Rave's cool. Is he S tier cool, though? He would be like... I feel like I should split up S tier. You know what, I guess this person was kind of smart when they put that S plus tier. I'm gonna do that quick, because I think Rave is good enough to be S tier, but let's just do this quick. There, okay. I moved Kara, Frisk, Gaster, Jessica, and Betty up to S plus tier. Then we still got Azriel, Papyrus, Ronin, Sans, Undyne, and Rave in normal S tier. I think that is I think that satisfies me with my tier list that I'm making of my own opinions. My own opinions are satisfying to me. What? Alright, Roy and Shane. Do we know enough about them? I mean, bow and arrow characters are always cool. Almost always. But, do we know enough about him? I'm gonna say no. We'll put Roy and Shane here. Don't think we know enough about them for me to have a full opinion on them yet. And then a bit of a weird one to save for last, we have Toriel. Toriel is B tier. Yeah, we'll say B tier. Or is she A tier? She actually has character development, unlike in Undertale. Not saying not saying that I dislike her in Undertale, but she doesn't really change a whole lot. So it is nice that she does, but I don't think she's quite on par with these other people here. I think Noah should be down here too, and maybe Rave be an A tier. Yeah, there it is. That looks good. I think that is just fine. We have at least one in every tier. That's pretty neat. Yep, there it is. That is every single character of any notableness of any what is the I don't know, but all put into tiers. There we go. I don't know how to end these videos. Well, there you have it. There is my Glitchtale character tier list. I've tried to start my outro like 5 times now. We got one more big video left for Glitch Month, and that is the definitive Phil Games Glitchtale episode tier list coming sometime next week. So be looking forward to that. And then, as I've said, on the anniversary itself, over on my second channel, Phil Actually Games, there will be a Glitchtale AMV that uploads on midnight CST on February 28th for Glitchtale's 5th anniversary. So go check that out. Give my second channel a subscribe if you want. I don't know. I just kind of post random stuff over there. Sometimes stream occasionally. I haven't been doing that very often, but yeah, that's what I do over there. I have a Discord server. There is a link in the description. Come join and talk and have fun. You can follow me on Twitter at GamesPhil if you want kind of more consistent updates from me. I guess I don't post on there very often, but I do retweet a lot of things, but a lot of them are Kingdom Hearts spoilers, so if you don't want that, then I guess don't follow me. But yeah, that's all I've got. Oh, once I hit 5,000 subscribers, there will be the Q&A video that I do. So I already made a video saying you can post your questions for me here, and that's on this channel, so you can go find that if you have any questions that you would like to ask me. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, or whichever video of mine you choose to watch next. Bye!